everyone. I'm Urvashi Shrestha, the Small Business Compliance Specialist. The safety moment for today is slips, trips, and falls. Slips, trips, and falls, they are among the most common workplace injuries, but they are also the most preventable. Key tips is keep walkways clear of obstacles, clean up spills immediately, use handrails when available, wear appropriate footwear for the environment. Don't rush, take your time, especially in unfamiliar areas. And remember, most falls, they happen on the same level, not from heights. So stay alert and take small steps to protect yourself and others. Thank you. Now I think it's back to Alexis.
Thank you, Urvashi. So yeah, I'm Alexis Serrano, the Small Business Opportunity Office Manager for RTD. And I'm going to be, first of all, introducing a couple of the members of our community, special people that usually works with us to spread the word and talk about contracting opportunities. So first of all, I'm going to start really quick. There's going to be 5 members of this first panel. The first panel will be, the first one is Ali Spray. She's the CEO of the Hispanic Contractors Colorado, also called HCC. Also, we have Chris Martinez. He's the senior counselor of the Colorado Apex Accelerator. Also, we got Frank Campbell. She is the president of the Asian Chamber of Commerce. Jesus Carrillo. He's the vice president of the Colorado Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And Candace Strutter. She's membership engagement manager of the Colorado Women's Chambers of Commerce. So with that briefly introduction, I'm going to go ahead and start with the first panel. Keep in mind that if you have questions, you can just go to the chat, type the question right there, and part of our team will be reading those questions after we finish this first couple of questions from this panel. So beginning with Fran Campbell from Asian Chamber, how would you describe the support provided to your members, specifically the smaller or local business community? Go ahead, Fran.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Alexis. My name is Frank Campbell again. I'm with the Asian Chamber of Commerce. And one of the ways that we provide support to our members regarding procurement, supplier diversity, contracting, and all of that is we let them know that those opportunities are available. It is so often in the Asian community of small businesses that they don't know that these opportunities are there. They're either unaware or they don't know how to access all of these opportunities. So we provide not only language translation for them, but also we would walk with them through the process if needed. And that this is something that actually now that we have been starting to do across the state, not just in the Denver metro area, but also north, south, and the western slope of Colorado. There are so many Asian small businesses that have no access to any of these opportunities.
Great, and I have seen that in many, many meetings, the way that you guys support. So thank you for the answer, Fran. Now let's go to Jesus briefly, and I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction. So I believe Jesus is the second to answer. Jesus, same question. How would you describe the support provided to your members, specifically the smaller local businesses? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for the invite and the opportunity to connect with your audience and also working with everyone that is in this panel. We are, I want to say that we are a very young organization. It's 40 years old, 40 plus years old. A chamber that was created back in the 70s, understanding the need of finding ways to support each other, support small businesses. And after 40 years, we are on the same spot, understanding that even more so today, the chamber becomes more relevant. Chambers like the Asian Chamber, groups like Apex, the Women's Chamber of Commerce, every single one of them, I believe that they're a lot more relevant today than ever before. And the things that we do as a chamber, we're not so different from other chambers. We have a business development and an educational program. We provide workshops, seminars that are focused on business certification, procurement, readiness, and professional development. We do it in both languages, English and Spanish. We also understand that it is important to put more focus on bid opportunities by also creating groups that where members can get tailored information on local and regional procurement opportunities, and so that they can participate in these different groups to build connections and exchange referrals. We also provide them with opportunities for networking and exposure. We host a variety of events like business after hours, membership orientations, different massive events, and we also have a series of different digital tools nowadays, embracing technology to reach out not just the people in the Metro Denver area, but Hispanic-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses in every corner of the state of Colorado, using whether it's our email blast, where we have over 7,500 records, or using our daily radio show that we have, where we go live on a daily to talk about opportunities and talking about members of our chamber.
Great. That's great. And again, I'm witness of those supports that you guys provide, and it's excellent. So thank you, Jesus, for that introduction in about your business or organization. Now let's go to Chris Martinez from the Colorado Apex. Tell us, Chris, how would you like to describe the support provided to your members?
Thank you, and thank you for having us here today. And for those attending, Chris Martinez with Colorado Apex Accelerators. We are a nonprofit organization, and we service businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We have offices on the western slope, northern Colorado, southern Colorado, as well as along in the Front Range. We are different counselors that have experience working with procurement, whether it's federal government or locally. Some of the services we like to say our tagline is, we help businesses learn, connect, grow, and win at all levels of government business contracting. We also assist them when they are seeking opportunities with government procurement. We provide an array of different types of services to our clients, and most of our clients are all small businesses, counseling, education, events, seminars. We also have a bid match program that helps to connect you with business opportunities to assist you in looking for those opportunities with you. We do a lot of one-on-one counseling with each individual, specialize that counseling to your needs and help you reach your goals that you are working to obtain.
Wow, that's great. Anything else that you want to share, Chris?
Some of those will come in later, the other questions.
Super, super. Thank you very much. And again, I have seen formerly PTAC, now Colorado Apex, providing the support, especially to young firms that has just been developed and they're clueless about how to do business with governmental entities like CDOT, like DIA, or like City and County of Denver, like RTD. And those particular sessions, I know Chris is going to talk a little bit more, but it's so exciting to see how the organizations, non-profits, actually help the small businesses. Now, Ali, from Hispanic Contractor Colorado, would you like to express or answer this question as well? How do you guys describe the support provided to your members?
Yeah, thank you, Alexis. Good morning. It's great to see a lot of familiar names in the chat and the faces in this panel. Hispanic Contractors, short for HCC, a little younger than the chamber, 35 years old, 1990. Even though our name is Hispanic Contractors, we are a welcoming community to help and support minority, women, veteran, small businesses in the construction industry and design. So we provide, similar as my partners in this panel, we provide networking opportunities. We have monthly meetings that we address specific topics: aviation, K through 12, healthcare, infrastructure, depends on the market that you're exploring. We offer network opportunities with our committees. We have a small business roundtable that we will bring small business entrepreneurs and bring topics relevant to them. We are a trade association. We have around almost 200 members, from the large contractors, national contractors, to the smaller company, 1-2 people crew, that we just like to facilitate those connections and also partner with associations or organizations like for the PTAG or Apex accelerators, the chamber and other, to just collaborate and find opportunities. If we don't have the answers, we partner with the right partners in this industry to find the answers for our members and collaborate them. We know that as a small business, you wear different hats and it's different to allocate your time. So we understand where you want to maximize your investment. So we want to hear you. If you email me, you need an introduction. I've been in this industry for 20 plus years, working for a mechanical contractor, working for a general contractor. I have some good instruct connections in this industry, and that's what we want. Facilitate the introductions to consultants, to contracting opportunities, to public agencies. So we are that for our members. Thank you.
Great. Great, Ali. Thank you very much. Networking and the way that they actually provide support and connect small businesses or local business in general with big guys. I have seen that from you, from your team, and it's awesome, same as the other team as well. So now let's move to the Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce representative, Candace. Candace, would you like to also answer this question? How do you guys describe the support provided to your members?
Good morning, everybody. Again, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Candace Strother. I'm the Membership Engagement Manager with the Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce. We were founded in 1988, and we have about 3,000 members collectively, 400 different company members. And our mission is to make Colorado the #1 state for women in business. So we do that through our programming. We have so many levels at any type of level your business is at. If you're an entrepreneur, we refer to our entrepreneurs as solopreneurs, or if you're with a major corporation. Our program is designed to advance women in business, and through our programming, business breakthroughs, founders forum, which is a great opportunity for small businesses to connect and share resources. Business breakthroughs, a little bit geared towards technology. We've been focused on AI with our programming in that category. And women's advancement is really about navigating business as a woman and looking at ways to advance in your career, whether you're a small business owner or within a corporation. And I'll definitely be happy to go in more detail with our programming as we go along. Thank you again.
Super, Candace. Thank you very much. Again, this is only five organizations that I know can support your business, especially when you're growing and trying to get contracted opportunities. Also, Colorado Black Chamber of Commerce, African Chamber of Commerce, Colorado, LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce, WTS, COMTO, Rocky Mountain Indian Chamber of Commerce, Colorado Minority Business Office. Those groups, they all support. So we just want you to connect to anyone that you feel comfortable with and try to start doing business with RTD through them if you want to, or directly with RTD, but it's important to get this type of support. Now, let's move to the second question, which is what training or development opportunities do your organization or chamber offers? Any specific development or certification program that you guys offer? And let's start with Ali from Hispanic Contractor Colorado again. Go ahead.
Thank you, Alexis. Yes, we know that also training is really important for entrepreneurs and also in the personal development. But we also know that there's so much stuff going on and that is hard to encompass. So we don't try to reinvent the wheel. We partner with organizations that they're offering, and we allocate. If somebody wants a certification, we direct them with the agencies that they have that certification. We also understand most of our entrepreneurs have already the technical skills. They know how to do the work. So we want to also provide training education programs through our education affiliate, Contractor Academy. They host training and education programs to make you a stronger business person, business acumen, sometimes estimating, blueprint reading. We have 6-month, 3-month courses of blueprint reading, estimating, takeout, pre-construction to help you in that. But also we have a leadership program called the Scaling Program that helps our business owners to start pairing them with mentors, with people in the industry that lead bigger organizations, how to help you develop your strategic plan, 3 to 5 year plan. So if you're also looking into moving into an employee-owned model, they also partner with you and help you. We partner with FMI, a consultant, a really reputable consultant in the industry to help us develop this curriculum. We also offer one-on-one. You want to meet with me, you need me to connect you with Chris. I know the people that have the knowledge in here, and we also help you understand where you need to know. We help also partner with Mikasa Resource Center for basic education programs. So it's about you reach out to us, you let us know what are your goals, and we help you map that and help you understand what you need. The certifications, we leave it to the experts and the public agencies. They already are doing it, and we just facilitate those introductions as well.
Super, super, Ali. So, do you guys offer trainings and development programs not only to emerging firms, but also firms that has been in the business for a while? It's just that they need a little extra information on how to do things. So you pretty much
Yes.
provide support to everybody,
Yes.
right?
That's correct. And our scaling program is for businesses that have been around for already 3 to 5 years and they want to move there. It can be the business owner, it can be the person that is taking over. So we offer that opportunity. It's a professional development for our business owners of how to be in the next level. Yes.
That's great, great, great. And again, we have seen all that, but we want the community to know that it's available for everybody. Now, let's move to Candace. Candace, how do you guys describe the support that you provide in terms of development, trainings, or certification programs? Let's talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Sure. I will say too, Denver is a city about relationships, and it's so important to continue to build connection and community. So that's really a great opportunity that the chamber does extend to all of our members because we want them to build intentional relationships. So of course they have the opportunity to do that at all of our programs and events. But more specifically to development opportunities, we have two cohorts. We have the Leadership Lab, which is a 10-month program, and our CEO, Simone Ross, says it's the best leadership program in the United States of America. It's good. It's really good.
Yep.
So we'll definitely say that. And what I can say is, just based on our results, our participants have reported, and I say about 60% have reported either a pay increase or a promotion after completing the leadership program. And so this really focuses on just cultural norms, allyship. You're really just positioning yourself for the next level. And we have so many different speakers that add value to the program. And I will say the applications are due this week on the 29th. So if anybody is interested, I'll definitely leave my contact information in the chat. Please feel free to reach out to me about the Leadership Lab. We also have our mentorship program, which offers more of a one-on-one mentorship with mentors within different business sectors, different levels of industry. So really intense, but it's a shorter program. It's 8 months, once a month, but it gives that one-on-one relationship building opportunity. So along with our programming, like I said, those are two specific areas, the Leadership Lab and the mentorship program, where business owners and leaders of corporations have an opportunity to gain some very valuable tools for the next level of their career.
That's excellent, Candace. Is it necessary to be part of the organization as a member? And also, is this only for females or do you guys offer it for everybody?
That's a great question. Yes, you will have to be a member of the chamber to participate in either program. And of course, our programs are never excluding anybody. So we welcome all to apply and participate. Thank you very much.
Super, Candace. Thank you very much for that information. Now, let's move to Colorado Apex. Chris, would you like to explain a little bit how do you guys help and support businesses in their development?
Sure. So first of all, what we do is we partner with a lot of the organizations that are represented here today in many ways and referring clients to them for their particular services. So it's great to be part of this panel today. One of the things we offer is really great is counseling, personalized counseling with an expert counselor. As I say, we have 8 counselors with different backgrounds. We utilize each one of us on different businesses in order to provide the expert services that you need. That one-on-one counseling does a lot of brainstorming. We do a sit with you and work with you as often as you need. So you customize basically the schedule you want to have and working with your counselor. We offer lots of classes. Lots of different online virtual classes are offered at no cost. And they range from many different topics, marketing, trade agreements. We also do how to write an RFP response to a proposal. We will do a review of a proposal that you're writing for you if you give us enough time just to make sure you've answered all the questions correctly. We also offer services to help you with your SAM registration and any SBA certifications that you may be seeking. We'll provide you counseling as well as assistance in submitting those certifications. We work very closely with the City of Denver certifications and CDOT's certification as well in an effort to try to make that your process as seamless as possible. So the services we provide to you are customized to each individual client. We have a framework of what we like to follow, but each client will absolutely help us set the service that we'll be providing for you during your time with us. And you are a client of ours for as long as you want to be. We have clients who start up and with us for every quarter. We meet with them every monthly, and then we have some we won't see for 2 or 3 years until they need something new coming in the marketplace.
Wow, that's a lot of information right there. Very, very valuable information, especially that you guys even provide support on reviewing those proposals. Is that the type of level that you guys go, Chris, at that level?
So if on the goals of different projects, if they have a goal, we want to make sure our clients are certified in those particular with each agency, RTD, City of Denver, CDOT, or the SBA, that they have the certifications required for them to meet those particular goals. If they do not meet those goals, we try to find other angles in order for them to be able to participate on those particular procurement opportunities.
That's awesome. Great information about training and development from all you guys. And I appreciate your offering and explaining that information. You guys will be able to share how to contact you and get those supports. And I know there's a question at the end about that, but I want to make sure that for the participants that you will know how to contact everybody here in this call. So let's go now to the third question. How about spreading the word about contracting opportunities for small businesses or local businesses in general? How do you guys do it? Let's start with Jesus. Jesus, would you mind answering this question?
Definitely. Well, just to double down on what Ali and also what Candace had said is we don't want to reinvent the wheel. I believe at this point it's really important to rely on existing organizations and existing groups that have a goal in some of their goals in mind is to definitely provide more information and resources to small businesses. And as a chamber, we understand this, that in order for us to continue to grow and continue to provide more resources to small businesses, we must stay somewhat together and connected. The chamber has seen a tremendous growth, as we all have seen, and it's really tough to cover it up because, I mean, just look at the commuting between your home and downtown. I mean, we see the growth of Colorado, but we also see the growth in the small business arena, where just for us in our Hispanic community, we have over 115,000 Hispanic-owned businesses. Looking at versus the number of members that we have, which is not bad, is about 2,500 members. The number of businesses that we still need to reach out and connect with, it's very vast. So what we're doing is again is connecting with other organizations so that they can help us grow, expand, and provide them with the information that they need. Providing them with whether workshops, seminars. Some of them have been hosted at the chamber. Some of them have been hosted at different members' locations. For instance, the one that we had with RTD not too long ago was a tremendous success. Over 50 plus small businesses showed up because there's hunger for knowledge. Small businesses, I mean, for many of us, we are used to this information. We think that knowing this, everybody should know it. But the truth is that there's a lot of people that do not know, and they need to know. So this is really important that we continue to have these targeted workshops and groups so that they're through a specialized workshop that we can guide entrepreneurs on how to respond the RFPs effectively. Meanwhile, our leads and contactors groups that we operate are kind of like a peer-to-peer networks, networking groups where members can help each other and alert each other about contracting leads and opportunities. The events and partnership. We have some signature events where we use it to bring in public agencies and corporate buyers to meet directly with our members. So we understand the importance of the B2B. I think, and we believe that these will definitely will help us win as we can work together and we can win together.
Super, super. Thank you, Jesus, for that really great information as well. Now, Fran from Asian Chamber, can you let us know and talk a little bit about how you guys spread the word about contracting opportunities?
For the Asian small businesses, the way that we spread the word, there's two sides of this. We want to spread the word not only to the Asian community, but also to the contractors, how to work with the Asian community. So let me go to the other side first. We understand our communities so well. I think that's one of the unique traits of the Asian Chamber is we understand the Asian way of doing business for immigrants that have been here for a long time and new immigrants and refugees. We also understand that there are different languages, different cultures. There are over 40 different Asian languages and cultures here in the Denver metro area. So one message for everyone is not always going to work. We understand that sometimes we need to meet separately with the Mongolian community, with somebody from their community. We understand that in order to meet the Hmong community that are in Adams County, we need to have some Hmong representatives to translate for us, to just be a good culturally competent mirror for them to talk to. That's very important for our community, especially when we're looking at different levels of acculturation. So spreading the word, if you look back, a lot of these companies and small businesses, from where they came from, they don't have opportunities like this. Nobody's going to come seek them out. So this is just something very exciting and unique about RTD. You've always been very helpful in helping us spread the word. And on the other side, again, is just spreading the word with the companies. RTD is very good about understanding our community. We want all of the other corporate contractors to understand our community as well. So that's where we offer the connection. It's very much about culture and community and the connections that we make.
That's super. Thank you. Thank you very much, Fran. Now let's move to Ali for wrapping up maybe this question. Ali, if you want to add something else, go ahead, please.
Yeah, and just to add, everybody does in a little unique way, but for us, we work with the contractors, public agencies. So we have our newsletters that comes bi-weekly, and you can sign up. If you go to our website, you can sign up for getting updates. You get our newsletter where we share all the information about our meetings, information about open house events that are happening, some of the RFPs, invitations to be there out there. So we gather that invitation. We have our social media that we distribute this information also. And so if you want to stay in the loop, just sign for updates. If we don't have an information, I'm happy to call from the companies. We're keeping track of big projects, smaller projects with our agencies, public entities. We're keeping tab with what's happening with that women's soccer stadium. We're looking for what's happening with the Vibrant Bond Denver happening. So we keep on that. And one thing I also want to add, a service that we provide to our members is advocacy. I know for small businesses, being in the capital is something that it happens so fast. We have a political team that keeps us updated on what's happening during legislative session and the state and the local, because people, I know nobody wants to talk about politics, but the ordinance, the bills, they're coming every year. They have an aspect of impacting your small businesses. And that's what we are advocating for members, and raising the flag when say, this is going to affect because it's adding more compliance, it's adding more regulation, it's impacting something to our small businesses. So something that we're really proud of, our advocacy efforts that everybody is doing here too, but we also represent the small businesses and the construction and design industry too.
Wow. Super for that. Thank you. Thank you for that answer, Ali. Now, what about if the firm is a new member in the community? What about if the firm is actually a growing up firm? Does your organization provide any specific immersion or welcoming training, especially to do business with governmental agencies like RTD or multinational primes? They're probably pretty good at what they do, but they don't know exactly who to contact and how to do it. Chris, would you like to answer this particular question from the Colorado Apex stand view?
Sure. First, everybody's eligible to be a client of Colorado Apex. When you're a client with us, the first thing we do is we send you a letter and we introduce you to some classes that we offer that are free and online, virtually. Introduction to Apex, marketing and treasure hunt, just some basic pieces of information just to help build your knowledge as to what services are potentially available through Colorado Apex. Once we have you in through the program, you then begin a series of one-on-one counseling sessions with your counselor, going over the details of things and where is it that you want to go? What are the services that you're looking for? What agencies do you want to work with? Are you particularly wanting to work with federal government, or is it the city of Denver or RTD? So then we want to customize the services and the counseling we provide to you where you want to go. We also will say that you do not even have to be a client of ours in order to take our classes. Our classes are open to everyone. All you have to do is register for each one of those classes, and they are available calendars on our website that you could take a look at on that. One of the things that folks have mentioned already is a lot of this services are relationship building with different agencies. We offer a government to business program every month. Even months are in Aurora, odd months are in Colorado Springs, and we bring representatives, procurement representatives from different agencies to speak to our group. It's an opportunity for you to meet those individuals who are providing those services and making decisions on contracting. Some of the folks that we have are municipalities of Lakewood, Colorado Springs, Denver, Pueblo, Grand Junction, Durango. We also have federal government agencies, the Air Force Academy, military bases, the Federal Center, RTD, and any CDOT and any other agencies that are offering procurement opportunities. We try to invite them to one of our monthly sessions in order for you to meet that procurement officer so you can start to build that relationship with them. We also will help a new client build a capability statement that describes as the business synopsis of what it is that you do and the services you provide so that you are able to share that with others when seeking business with them.
That's a great opportunity for everybody if they actually enroll in your programs, Chris. Thank you for sharing that. Ali, would you like to share a little bit more about from the Hispanic Contractor Colorado standpoint?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what Chris says, that's what I pick my phone or call him, Chris, I have something. When there's a new member, definitely we want to get to know them. What are their goals? What are their capabilities? What is the sweet spot that they're looking, right? It's like I told them, you cannot be dating right away the big guy if we don't understand where you want to be. We have contractors, large companies, GCs, that they also do private work. They have in their culture to work with local companies that happen to be certified. So we also work with them. So if you told me this is my sweet spot, I understand maybe you want to start with a special projects contractor. If you have a bigger capacity, maybe not with a medium size. If you need to partner with another electrical, another mechanical, we can also facilitate. It's for me to understand what kind of projects are you looking for, what kind of markets are you looking for. Some people are looking more in the government, some people are looking more into the K-12. So for us to understand what kind of goals our members have, how you want to grow your company, and we identify the resources already available with the city, with RTD, with Apex, to connect them and introduce them and say, if you want to learn more about how RTD does it, this is the contact. If we want to learn how you want to, if we have a Hispanic owned business, Asian businesses, I will call Fran and say, contact Fran, she knows all this. So it's those connections that we want to facilitate. And again, not reinvent the wheel, but if you want to already work with a contractor and tell me what you want to achieve, that's what we facilitate, those connections for public and private work as well.
That's excellent. I love the way that you explain it. You guys actually share information with other chambers or organizations to support specifically specific members of the community. If they need someone from the Asian Chamber, if they need someone from the Colorado Black Chamber, whoever. I mean, I love the fact that you guys connect to each other and work as a team. I mean, it's impressive. So thank you for all the support you provide to Small Business Alley. Same to Chris answering this question. So now let's go to the last question, which is, how can a small business firm become a member? What are the fees? How do they initiate the process? How does it look like once they become a member? And I would like everyone, in this case, everyone of you just to answer. Let's start with Candace to answer this question. Let's have maybe a minute and a half just to wrap up. Go ahead, Candace.
Absolutely. Sure. So the first thing you want to do is just go to our website, cwcc.org, and go to become a member. It's a very easy application process. And of course, if you have any questions, we're very accessible. So once you become a member, well, there's also different levels, but for small businesses, the common level is the solopreneur, which is $475 annually. And it's very important that you understand how to navigate the membership. So that's really my role. So of course, we introduce you through our, our event membership matters, and the welcome letter just gives you access to the portal. But really, we make ourselves very hands-on and accessible for our new members to feel like they're making a great investment, because as a small business, you want to be mindful of where your dollars are being spent. We want you to get the most out of your membership. So for any additional questions, please feel free to contact me.
Super. Let's go to Chris. Chris, how do they can become a member? I think you mentioned a little bit of that, but let's just repeat and let the people know how they can connect with Colorado Apex.
Sure. So the first thing you will need to do is to sign up through our website. And I put that in the chat room, www.coloradoapex.org. And there's a little button at the top right-hand corner, sign up for services. You have to complete the registration form. Then we will get you assigned to a counselor, and you'll begin working with that counselor. One of the things that Apexes may not be for every business out there, but we do work with the other agencies and all of our partners here today. I make a lot of referrals to them as well as time goes on. I will also say that one of the things that's really important is that each business know what they want to do and where they're going. And what government agency or municipality, local government you want to do work with. The federal government buys all products, from toilet paper to the most expensive windows or whatever construction. And so it can be open to every type of business. They also contract with a lot of different services, and we are a great resource to help you define what that is. I work with a lot of clients who really narrow the vision of what their company is and what they want to do going forward. And if we cannot be of service to you, I certainly will recommend that you go on to others. For like construction, I send to HCC. I have Asian clients I send to the Asian Chamber before I send folks to the Hispanic Contractors Association as well, because they're where they're going to make the relationship and contacts to build their business. So we are a great resource in helping business try to live out the dreams that they would like to do. And thank you, Alexis, for having us here today.
It's a pleasure, Chris, and thank you for that information. Jesus, how about from the Colorado Hispanic Chamber of Commerce? How do they actually get involved with you guys? How do they initiate the process?
But similar to what Chris just said prior, many of our events are open to members and non-members. So everyone that is here today is welcome to attend many of our activities. But there are some that are only members, resources, and support that we do provide to small businesses and professionals. And while we understand that the fast growth of technology, AI, is providing small businesses many resources and many access to information, we also understand there's a lot of noise out there. And I think that's where many of our organizations, such as Apex, HCC, the Women's Chamber, Asian Chamber, the Black Chamber, and every single one of our chambers does very uniquely, which is helping small businesses break through the clutter by connecting them and giving them the spotlight that they need, that they deserve. So every member that joins the chamber, we want to have at least a one-on-one meeting to understand their goals, to understand what is a good path for us to help them get the most out of their membership. The membership fees start at $99, and it goes up to, depending on the small business, medium size, or the large corporation. So our membership is comprised of the micro business operating from home, all the way to those corporations that have their biggest offices in downtown area. For us, everyone is important. For us, we understand that we are somehow interconnected. So therefore, our fees reflect that, and we invite people to visit our chamber website. I have also added to the chat so you can learn more about the different opportunities. It's You can go and visit www.hispanicchamberdenver.org, hispanicchamberdenver.org, and there you'll find a blue button on the top right of the on the website where you can click, and it will provide you with more information on the different membership levels. Again, regardless of which one you pick, we will do our best for you to have the best experience with our chamber.
Super. So thank you very much. Ali, from the Hispanic contractors, I know we're finished. Let's try to wrap up in just 1 minute. How did they actually initiate? Go ahead.
Really quick. The same thing. If you visit our website, we invite you to come to more meetings, check on that, see that if it's your community, you feel welcome, which I'm pretty sure you will, because this is what we do. So we have different levels, because it's not the same having 20 employees than having 2 employees. So we break it down by different levels. So, but the same, like Jesus, our service is not determined by a category. We're here for our members, but we just want to accommodate that service to you. So we start at 355. We have monthly meetings, we have events. Another thing I want to give a plug, I'm part of the state of Colorado task force to bring diverse supplier for the statewide. We're working at Colorado Diversity Supplier Directory, where you upload your information and your certifications, and the Colorado State team will veto those certifications, so we can direct some contractors to say, these are through the state, some of the contractors you need. So you don't have to provide more of your certifications, because if it's already in the Colorado Diversity Directory, they will verify that you have those certifications depending on private or public entity. So I will put that in the chat as well.
Thank you, Ali. Appreciate it. And how about you, Frank? How's the
It's hard to follow up everyone else. They all have offer great services, but we are a small, even though we have been around since 1984, we are still a small organization, but we do offer membership to anyone from small business from 5 employees all the way up to 20. And it starts at like $200, which isn't a lot. From the $200, they are able to access not only our signature events, like, the golf and the galas and those things, but also our workshops, our directory, which is specific to Asian small businesses and nonprofits, and also meetings like this, where we would also invite them to come along to learn everything that they can from all of the other chambers. Again, you do not have to be Asian to get our services or for us to help you along with your businesses. We invite everyone to come in. If you're looking for international type business, trade, and all of that, that's what we can help you with. Or if you're just looking to get that one first small contract through RTD, through the state or the city, that's what we offer for our new members.
Super, Frank. Thank you very much. Again, thank you, everybody, especially you guys that has been leading this first panel. We do have 2 questions. Jose, if you want to help us really quick reading the first one to see if any member of the panel can actually answer the question.
Yeah, sure, Alexis. One of the questions has to do with, is there a possibility to have a joint event between the chambers so that people can attend and possibly join multiple chambers and talk to all of you at the same time?
Who wants to lead that answer? Fran, go ahead.
I could answer that. The Minority Women's Chamber Council, that still exists. That includes the Asian Chamber, Hispanic Chamber, Black Chamber, Women's Chamber, and the Rocky Mountain Indian Chamber. Because there has been a lot of turnover in the last 3 years on all of these chambers, we are still working to come together to do events. We used to do yearly events at the Mile High Stadium, We still want to do something, maybe not that big anymore, but something where everybody can come to us, so that they don't have to go to separate events. So we're still working on that. We'll get that going here pretty soon, hopefully first quarter next year.
Yeah, if any
Well,
member
hopefully
wants
you
to,
invite us, even though we're not official chamber. Chris and I,
Oh
we
yeah,
get
oh yeah,
get
oh yeah.
invited as well too.
nice. Any other response that can actually be added in the chat? Let's go to the second question really quick, Jose.
Well, the second question is more general. A couple people are asking if they can share some of those contracting opportunities that are available right now, either with the federal government or RTD.
Yeah, we can actually share that in the information we're going to be sharing in the email. So again, thank you, everybody.
I have a really quick plug. I put
yeah.
in the chat that the second week of October is Construction Inclusion Week. 11 large GCs are hosting the GC Collaborative, and they're going to bring together some of the public agencies as well. We're still finalizing the details, but this is for supplier, minority, women certified firms to attend. We still don't have the details, but some of the 11 largest GCs and other GCs that will be in attendance, we're looking for the space to be confirmed. Probably will be in Aurora, but this is for anybody that wants to do construction, design, procurement opportunities. So once we have more information, I will share with our public agency partners so they can distribute with their clients as well.
Super. Thank you, Ali. Again, if you guys wanted to please stay with us, you can go ahead in the chat and try to answer those questions. If there's more questions about specifically the Chamber of Commerce panel or the organizations panel. Now, let's move to the second panel. We got a great group of business owners, and I know you're going to take advantage of these opportunities, especially hearing from those small businesses, you know, how they actually complete the process to be successful, to be, to be the prime in RTD's contracting opportunities. So in that instance, we have Nidhi Saxena from Dataman. We got Len Austin from Front Range. We got Jake McOmi from Confluence Security, and we got Josh Lancaster from Lancaster Fences. Let's go straight to the questions, because I know we are getting tight on terms of time. And they can actually talk a little bit about them if they want to. But with the first question, let's go specifically to Jake, which is the president and owner of Bell Products, also known Confluence Security. Jake, in this side, how would you describe working as an RTD prime?
Thanks, Alexis. You know, really, it's been well, nothing short of awesome. I can say that working with RTD has been every step of the way has been a pleasant surprise, I would say. Confluence Security is a designated small business enterprise. We've won a contract as a prime contractor and have been on this project for about 6 months now, so relatively new. But during our kickoff meeting, RTD made it a very important note that our success and our company on this project was RTD's success. And I think that team approach really is what I value the most as we've gone through this. And it's, though it's a rather structured environment, there's a lot of personality and thought that goes into each of our meetings. And I've really enjoyed the process. It's been nothing short of awesome again. Thanks.
Thank you for that answer, Jake. And now Nidhi Saxena, she's the president again of the Dataman USA LLC. Nidhi, how would you describe working as an RTD prime?
Hi, thank you for this opportunity, first of all, so that I can share my experience, because Dataman USA had been vendors with RTD since 2006. So it's been a long time. We are completing almost 2 decades with you. And working with RTD, it's like Jake mentioned, it's like working with a team. And I think that's what worked in favor of both the parties. And Dataman USA is like IT and software consulting firm. So we started with one resource, I would say, in 2006. And since then, we have grown to get like sole contracts for whole of the IT rehaul, I would say. So yeah, it had been a pleasure. It's very easy working with RTD as long as you are just considering yourself an extension of the RTD team. It's just very easy to work with them.
Love it the way that you explain it, Nidhi. How about in terms of payment, instruction to support from RTD managers, growing experience? Do you want to add anything about those particular bullets?
So payment never had been an issue. In fact, a few times it happened that, like, that uh, timesheets came in late, so the invoice went in late. But I can tell, like, in 19, almost 20 years of my working with RTD, never faced any issues with payment. Means it might have been late few times, but not, like, not stopped payment or any bad debts. In fact, I always tell everyone that that's the fun of working with public sector, that there is no bad debt.
Thank you for that. And just so you know, all the participants, we want to hear just the real story. We don't want to hear exactly what is necessary, the good things about RT. No, they're actually sharing what they think, and they're actually picking. We just picked them because they are current DBE or SBE primes or
Yes.
small business certified primes. And Nidhi has been one of them, DBE and SBE for so many years. So thank you, Nidhi, for the
Yes,
work that Dataman is doing for RTD.
that's true.
Len,
Thank you.
Austin, owner for Front Range Services Inc. Len, how would you describe working for RTD in a general introductory answer?
RTD has been a fantastic organization to work for. I started contracting with RTD in 2005, and it's been fantastic. It's a huge organization, and the people in the organization make it feel like you're working with somebody that's standing right next to you, and the process, the RFP process is fantastic. Working with the Small Business Opportunity Office is wonderful. We came in, we got certified as a small business enterprise, and we've been working nonstop since then. There's tons of opportunities in RTD that we can that you can seize upon those opportunities, and it's fantastic. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't. It's working with OpenGov has been fantastic. It gives you lots of other opportunities, as well as upcoming opportunities. It keeps you appraised of other new upcoming things that are going in the pipeline for RTD, which there's a lot of opportunities that come out, and you look at them and you say, oh, maybe I could do that. Well, I would recommend that if you know what you're doing in those realms, like it wouldn't be something that I would get into the data processing or the data analysis type RFPs. I wouldn't answer one of those, but I stay in my lane as far as what we're experienced with, and what we're set up and organized to provide services for RTD.
And what type of services you guys provide from Range perspective?
We provide custodial services, cleaning the platforms, the shelters, RTD bus shelters. We do a bunch of those, and we also we work with Denver Transit operators as an aside from that. We do landscaping services. We provide landscaping services. Basically, our organization is the first experience that individuals, tourists, visitors from out of state, that they'll experience when they arrive in Colorado via the train from the airport, or on a bus coming off from Union Station, on the mall ride on the 16th Street buses. Our organization would be the first experience that someone would have coming off from a plane, or from public transit into Colorado. So it's high on our priority list to create a fantastic end product. The payments from RTD are good. They're on time. It's 30 days for our contract, and we turn our invoices at the first of the month, and it's 30 days after that we get paid. Throughout the past 20 years, there's been a couple times that would be when they had to add more money to the contract. We would end a 1 year or 5 year contract, and then the contract manager, the purchasing agent, would say, "Hey, I have to add more money to the end of this contract, so your payment may be 10 days or 2 weeks pushed back." But then after that event, then the payments are good for that, are on time. Again, if you have questions on a payment, well, there's two sides. You fill out the information for the small business percentage that is required on the contracts, and you submit that paperwork, and then you submit your invoice with that paperwork, so that you're in compliance for paying your subcontractors or being compliant with the small business opportunity office, which is simple, super simple. If you have any questions, again, it's a huge organization, but at the same time, it makes you feel like you're being supported. Well, you are supported, but it makes you feel like you're supported when you can call somebody or email someone in accounting and say, "Hey, I just was checking on when you thought that my payment would be here," which I don't think maybe the last time I've done that was maybe in 2007, maybe something like that. So it's been
a while.
It just operates. It's a well-oiled machine, and we rely on the payments to come in a timely manner, and RTD always is on time. They'll tell you to do direct deposit come into your account, so you'll have a notification the day before the payment's going to be made. It'll show how much the payment's for, and then it's in your account that next day or that after midnight of that notification. I have no anxiety when it comes to payments. When we're doing the job, you know that you say, so we do the process. Say it's April 1st to April 30th, and then we would get paid the end of May, so the end of the next month, so 30 days. And it's like clockwork. It's very reliable. So we depend on that.
Super.
Let's see, instructions. Your RTD project manager for whatever project it is we have great communication. I talk to my project manager once or twice a week, and it's a good communication. It's a good. I understand what the expectations are based on the contract, and the project manager is everyone that I've dealt with. Every project manager that I've dealt with throughout my experience with RTD has been fantastic. They know the contract, so your job as a contractor to come in and know your contract, understand it, read it. Just don't because you get excited when you get awarded a contract. You're excited. You go, "Oh, great." You set it aside and go on and do the job. It doesn't work like that. You have to read your contract, understand your contract, ask your project manager, or the purchaser.
Yeah, that's really important. Let's see if we got Len again.
What's that?
No, I think we lost you for a second. But just go ahead and I wrap up your answer. I'm sorry, I think we lost you for a second.
Okay, it's important that when you're awarded a contract that you read it, you understand it. Call your project manager, actually talk to them, and say, "Hey, this is how I understand this part of the contract. What you're understanding," and they'll explain it to you. If you need additional information, they work with you. Our job as a contractor is to solve the problems that RTD has, and that's I need my bus shelter cleaned for my profession. I need my bus shelter cleaned, so I go out and I clean your bus shelter, and I do that every single day repetitively through all the bus routes. And at the end of the day, if there's an issue with a shelter that's dirty or something like that, I'll go back and clean it. The project manager will say, "Hey, there's a problem over here. Can you go back and address this?" I happily do that because I know tomorrow I get to do the same thing every single day. Um, and I have a good relationship with all of our project managers that we have, and it's important. It's important to develop that. And it's not. I don't have to be a vacuum cleaner salesman in communicating with my project manager. I just here's the job, here's the contract. I understand it, and my contract manager will communicate to me in that manner. It's a good relationship, very good relationship.
Thank you for all that feedback, Len. That's a great. Let's move to Josh Lancaster. He's the president and owner of Lancaster's Fencing. Josh, tell us about your experience of working with RTD.
So when I first started out, I was actually a sub for another company that was doing a lot of work for RTD.
Okay.
And quite honestly, when I first started, RTD's huge, right? So you think that there's no way that, the small company that just started, really, really small with a few guys can ever get in there. And when I was able to get the opportunity, I mean, I had no clue how to become an SBE, anything like that. The small business office happened to be at one of the bid meetings and walked me through it, got me signed up. I was able to bid on a couple projects, and luckily enough, I was able to get it. I mean, it was truly life-changing, able to work with a lot of the contractors that were actually at that bid meeting. In fact, Lynn and I work on several projects together, and we've had a great relationship for, I don't know, over a decade. I've been with RTD a little over 20 years now, as a prime, about 15, 16 years. And it's been amazing. Truly life-changing when it comes to that. The contract process is really pretty easy. Read the scope, read the instructions that you get to the during that scope. Make sure that you understand it. Make sure that you could actually do it. Make sure that you could actually get or already have the equipment necessary to do that work. Make sure that you could actually get it. Don't bid something that is unattainable, right? Because then you can set yourself up for failure. There's a lot of us that'll be willing to help you out. The Open Gov site was awesome. Lynn touched on that. I mean, it's real easy to navigate. It's easy to get more information for upcoming stuff as well.
Nice.
The payments, same thing. We're about 30 days out. So if you do work, let's just say this month for August, you work the whole month of August and you submit your bill September 1st. You'll get paid for August essentially in October. So 30 days after September. So you need to kind of be aware of that, because a lot of people will bid the contracts, do the billing, and they think that they're going to get paid. So, just starting out, that was a struggle for me, because I was really, really small. It was really, really tight, and we had to get a lot of equipment and everything set up and get firing away with the maintenance stuff and the snow removal stuff that we got with RTD. And so our contract started in October. I billed for that in November, and I didn't get a check until December. So you have to make sure that you have enough money to pay your employees and have your equipment and do all this work for essentially 60 days to start. And then everything kind of catches up, and then you're kind of rolling. But that's a main thing that I would really concentrate on. Working with the project managers is really awesome. They're a great group of guys. They're always there to help you out. Um, it's amazing working with those guys. And then just you learn every day. You learn something new every day. No matter if you've been doing this for 25 years like I have, or you're just starting out and you started last month. You learn something new every day.
That's great to know. Great feedback and great actually advices for small businesses that wanted to do business with agencies like RTD. What would you recommend? And this question go now more to Lane again, Lane Austin. What would you recommend to any firm to take into consideration when submitting their bids or proposals? What would be the do's and don'ts? And let's have only 3 minutes each, if you don't mind. Let's start with that answering that question, if you don't mind. Go ahead, please.
I would say the most important part is when a when an RFP is put out for a response, it's a request for proposal or a request for pricing. You go through, you read, you download it from OpenGov, and you read it and understand that hey, this fits into what I'm interested in providing for RTD. And you go from that standpoint. You go through, do you want me to go through the process of how you would put the proposal together? I mean, a quick.
Well, quickly from your experience, pretty much what would be what you recommend they don't do, or what you recommend they do? Pretty much that.
I would say first and foremost is again understand what the request is, and hey, it fits into something that I'm interested in doing for RTD and that I'm good at doing for RTD, and then you physically go out to the project site, wherever that is. I mean, it could be the data, data things for computers or signage or anything. A project at one of the stations, stations. You physically go out there. This is the advice that I could tell everyone. That I'd recommend everybody is do not sit in front of your computer. Get out from behind your desk and physically drive out to the facility or the place or wherever you need to go, to look at the job that's in front of you. Put yourself in that space, where that job is going to take place, potentially take place, and understand the lay of the land, understand the process, understand is it RTD has just a myriad of opportunities, just thousands of opportunities. Maybe it's bus lettering or something like that, and you're a graphic company and you do things like that. You want to stand in front of that area where you're going to see these buses, where you're going to look at them and understand it. Take copious notes. Again, go to the site, walk the site, understand the lay of the land, take lots of notes, and bring those notes back and incorporate those into a comprehensive narrative that the selection team would understand when they're going through and processing and analyzing your bid and comparing those to other contractors. It's important. It's 100% important that you get out from behind your desk. Period.
Super.
First and foremost.
Yeah, I think that's great. Great advices from Len. Let's see what Jake Macomi would like to share about that specific questions. Jake, what would be your do's and don'ts in order to submit bids or proposals?
Sure. Yeah. For us, I think one of the important things to understand is that the designation of the SBE or DBE or any of the designations is important to have before you submit your proposal. We made the mistake of thinking that we would obtain SBE status throughout the proposal process. And so the first time we went through this round, unfortunately, we weren't awarded the contract because we didn't have that SBE status at that point in time. Lucky for us, no one else did either within the proposal. And so we were given a second chance. And really after that, when we obtained the SBE status, the next phase, all came together really easy at that time. Being a prime contractor on the project, we typically a prime would have subcontractors that are DBEs or SBEs, and the maybe meeting a 5%, 10%, 15% of SBE designations to those subcontractors is a part of that process. With us being the prime contractor as an SBE, we don't have SBE requirements under us because we essentially fill that role 100%. So one, it makes it a lot easier not having to report, for all of the subcontractors and the payments that go out to the SBEs that are underneath you. So that's an important part is to start the DBE, SBE, whatever the designations are for your company early in the process, so that you have it complete by the time your proposals are being submitted.
Super. Any other advice you would like to share?
Well, during the inquiry period, the questions and answer session, in my personal life and my professional life, I always try to adhere to a rule of ask that last question. And in the case of proposals and responding to those, formulating the right question is very critical. In our case, I could have asked the right question when I skipped it. And immediately in our kickoff meeting, I learned very quickly, I could have just asked this question outright. How much would the service cost instead of trying to guess at it? And so I'd say really putting the thought into what are the lingering questions? What are your risks within this project? Formulating it into a succinct and purpose-driven question during that Q&A process is your best opportunity to get that information that's going to be critical to removing the risk from your proposal.
Love that advice as well. Go into the inquiry period and ask the questions that are important for you to be successful when you're submitting your bid or proposal. Now, Josh Lancaster from Lancaster Fencing, what would it be your advice in terms of do's and don'ts whenever submitting your bids or proposals?
So really just read the scope, read the instructions to bidders. Everything is in there for you. If they tell you to write a technical, it'll be listed out exactly what they want you to write in a technical proposal. So the technical proposal for, just starting out and you don't really know what that means, because a lot of your, at least my bids in the past were very, very small, right? Like I'm doing this service, this is what I'm going to do. And it's really simple. It's a one-page deal. These contracts that we write for RTD, if you will, they're 30 pages long, right? So you have a lot of information in there. So just make sure that you answer each and every one of the things in the scope. So if they're asking you for your snow removal plan, put your snow removal plan in there, and everything exactly to the T on how you're going to perform. And then execute that. And I will tell you that if you do anything over and above what is in that scope, your contract that you wrote, your proposal that you wrote, will be added into your deal. So if it's over and above, it doesn't matter what that scope says at that point, right? They're going to hold you to what you said you were going to do. So if you go over and above, you make sure that you can actually do that, because a lot of times, people will put stuff in there to make themselves look better. And then they're like, well, I just gotta stay with this scope. Well, your contract that you wrote is now part of that contract. And lots of times, at least in our experience with Lynn and I, RTD has added, there's a lot of stuff in there. We've got GPS in all of our vehicles now. We took pictures before and after of our service. That was never in the contract. That was something over and above that we had done, that we had started on our own, and now it's in the contract. It's required. And we do what's called map to track. So none of that stuff was anything there. It was more for our record keeping and to CYA, right? And now it's part of the contract. So everybody.
Wow, you set the tone pretty much.
And the main thing is going through with the process here is make sure that you actually reach out to like your insurance company as well. Because just starting out, you have no clue when you're really, really small, and then you get one of these bigger contracts, your insurance rates as far as your contractor policy, they're a lot more expensive. So make sure that you kind of let them know, like, hey, I'm going to be doing this contract, or I'm bidding this contract. What is my insurance rates going to go to? Are they going to be $100 a month? Are they going to be $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month? Because you need to know that moving forward. That's a big thing.
Wow, it's a great advice. Thank you for those advices specifically. So specific when you mentioned the insurance, when you mentioned execute based on what you said you're going to do. I mean, that's great. And I appreciate you're going to that particular detail. Needy, from Dataman, what would be your advices in terms of do's and don'ts?
So I'll add on to that, like other than having a certificate of insurance ready with uh, the insurance which meets the insurance requirement in the RTD proposal, and Jake mentioned having the certification ready. I would say, even though, like, from my experience, I can say, like, even though we were prime and we fulfill the requirement of DB ourselves, but we have always tried to team up with other DBs, um, because one aspect which might be coming in later or something, but not through the proposal process, but once you are awarded the contract, is the reporting. And I understand very well that RTD likes when we are, as prime, we are sharing some work with other DBs. Even though, like, I can do all the work myself, but it's always, kind of for mentoring other DBs or SBs, certified diversity partners. So that also gives you an edge when you are submitting the proposal.
Super. That's great advices. I mean, I see why you guys are primes for RTD. You're really going specifically to the most critical areas in the bidding or solicitation process. When you mention instruction to bidders, when you mention insurance, when you mention go to specific scopes, execute as needed. I mean, all those areas are critical, and I appreciate it coming from you, the current vendors, the current primes in those particular projects. Now, to finish this particular session, let's go to the last question, which is, what would it be, or what would you recommend is critical after being awarded a contract? Again, if you want to stay as a vendor or for this particular contract, what do you think is critical in terms of execution? And let's start with Needy again.
So I'll just expand on what I already talked about, like having DB partners. So very first requirement, if you all will see in your RFP, it is mentioned that we have to submit reports monthly about the usage of diversity partners. And in fact, thanks Jose for taking it to the portal, B2G portal, and it has made my life much easier. so so yeah, reporting is very critical. We should be prompt, and it should be the right data, and it helps RTD and ourselves also to be prepared with a team, like, for future also, like how it is working with which subcontractor. So that helps, again, like both RTD and us. And another thing which I would say, other than the reporting, is that being in touch with the, like supervisors, managers, contracting department. Means I have had experience when we started, like I already mentioned, we started with just one resource, but then grown into, like, multiple contracts which we had over the years. Like every 4 year it will come up for renewal, and every time we got selected. So So another thing is that, like, yeah, maintaining the relationship, knowing what are the preferences of contracting team in terms of, or the accounts team, like how would they like to see the invoices. In our case, it was like mostly the work order contract. So once the contract is awarded, then we get each work order separately. So keeping track of how much that work order was for in terms of hours, in terms of amount, and then have we reached that amount? Do we need to add the more funds to it? Or, like, so just being a team player with RTD, keeping in contact with them throughout the process, throughout those 3-4 years of contract, and working with them, then it becomes really easy for both. So having a continuous communication, I would say. So I can
Super.
quote an incident, like one time, yes, like in our invoicing, we were just giving the invoice. This is in the start, when we had just started working with RTD. So I didn't know, but like, yeah, my invoices were going with all the other details, but not specifically quoting that how much was the amount allocated to this work order and how much had been used. So, and in that process, one time it happened that it went little bit over or something. So I met the contracting team and I sat down with them. We decided on, okay, what should be on the invoice, so that they are also being informed every month rather than waiting for the work order to be over. So since then, my invoices will say everything, like, how much is on the work order, how much we have consumed, how much is left. So it's like making life easy for all of us by
Sure.
being on the same page.
Super. I'm going to jump to only one of the panel just for the last questions because we're running out of time. Jake from Compliance Security, would you like to wrap up and let us know what do you think is important to stay active as a contractor with RTD to be successful in maybe future opportunities?
Yeah, you bet. So post kickoff with RTD, they provide a very structured, meeting format for that kickoff meeting. But what they don't do is manage the project for you. And so I think it's very important that you do the same with your partners and vendors, suppliers, anybody who's going to be a part of the project with you, establishing your own milestones, meeting with them as a team, getting everybody's buy-in. And understanding of the project so that everyone's going towards the same goal together and focused on the same timeline together. I think it's a really critical element so that you're not on this project yourself. You've got teammates, and it's important to bring them all together as part of the team.
Thank you for that, Jake. Well, I think we covered a lot. When I took notes, because I want to hear from you guys what exactly is important from the small business community. If there's any question, I'm going to make sure we respond back to those questions in writing because we unfortunately don't have much time. But thank you again, Needy from Dataman, Josh from Lancaster Fencing, Len from Front Range, and Jake from Confluence Security. Now, something is important that it was mentioned. You don't need to be a certified firm to do business with RTD, but if there is a goal in the project and your expectations, your intent is to self-perform, then you need to be a certified firm. So go ahead and use this QR code and follow the process. If you think you need to be certified and you're eligible, we're going to walk you through the process. And again, this is free. And we don't actually charge anything for the SB certification in RTD, and you will remain 6 years certified as long as you provide the annual updates. Also, it is critical to become an RTD, register in RTD as a member. Register an RTD as a vendor is really easy going in this particular QR code, actually, the OpenGov. The next one slide, and thank you for that, Crystal, is actually to be certified as an SB, but for this one is to be a vendor for RTD. If you are not registered as a vendor, go ahead and finish the process. Not only include your phone number, include your name, your logo, your NAICS codes is critical because we're actually posting based on NAICS codes, those solicitations. So you want to get the proper solicitation, not every solicitation that we advertise in RTD. So the NAICS codes are important. If you haven't done it, go back and to your portal, log in based on your credentials and update your information using the NAICS codes that you have. And also any other certification you might have, put it there. So we want to know who's actually certified using actually OpenGov as well. Back to the SBE certification. Again, it's easy. It's free. And Tony Pingham, our certification specialist, the best in town, he's going to take you to the process really quick. Again, this is a very unique opportunity that you just had to hear not only from primes, but also from the community organization, how to use their services to grow your business, to look for opportunity, to partner with other vendors, to create that network that actually will build the trust that you need to be maybe a subcontractor in the beginning, but then you can become the prime. Not only in RTD. I mean, we do business with RTD. We focus on that to level the playing field, but we want you to be successful. Doesn't matter in what particular area. Now, before you go, please aim to this QR code. There's a couple of questions, very simple. You're going to take no more than 30 seconds and let us know how did this session go, and let us know your feedback if you want to add any feedback. With that said, that's pretty much the end of the session. Again, if you want to put the QR code back, Crystal, that would be great. This is actually a great opportunity. Thank you. Again, we're going to send you a link for the recorded session. So you're going to be able just to see exactly the whole session if you need to review a particular segment. You also will have a copy of the transcript transcript of the chat. So everything that is included in terms of contact of firms, contact from the panels, and you're going to have a copy of that. And then again, if there's any question, I'm going to make sure we go and answer those questions and send it back with all the other documents. Most likely, you're going to have that information later, late today or tomorrow at the latest. So if the information comes from RTD, meaning like from Crystal, which is the one that is going to be sending it, you're more than welcome to open it. Be aware that some people try to use these venues to do some harm. So we want to make sure you open the right documents. So this particular information is going to come from Crystal Kirkley from RTD and RTD only. So again, thank you very much. It's 10:29. So giving you a minute back to your agenda and have a great rest of the week. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.